You had better ease up. This isn't a competition.
I'm trying to anesthetize myself. Do you mind?
I don't give a damn, darling. Just don't make a fool of yourself in front of the host.
You're forgetting my darling little pauper. And I'm a good actress, and actresses never make a fool of themselves.
I think I know who that is. Yes, I knew the dancing girls would get here eventually.
Oh, I knew I forgot something.
Forgot what?
My toe shoes. Isn't the brother here yet?
Yes, Luke is holding court right over there.
Oh, Ruby's with the senator. Oh, well, I'm very impressed.
I have a good idea. Why don't you follow me to the bar?
Oh, that's a terrific idea. Thank you.
Well, it isn't very often that a community can be as proud as it is about two young people. I must say I'm very impressed with the way you, Laura, and you, Luke, went forward with courage and determination.
Oh, it was impressive. It just was a little hard on her poor old gray-haired mother.
Is it true that you were instrumental in nailing Frank Smith and his mob associates?
Well, that was a long time ago, and it,
Yes, he did. Single-handedly. Almost.
Oh, then I was right. This is not the first time you stuck out your neck for the community.
Are you kidding? That's part of Luke's natural posture. He always leads with the chin.
Well, it's a very admirable posture, particularly in a young man who wants to get ahead, and I'm sure that Luke does.
get ahead, I live for it.
Well, the government is always looking for enterprising young men, and the government is not a bad employer.
Yes, just ask the air traffic controllers.
So, what do you say, Luke?
About what, sir?
To a career in politics.
Me?
Yes, you've got what it takes. I've observed.
Well, to tell you the truth, I never really thought of that.
There's no time like the present.
Well, I don't know, Laura. How do you feel about being the wife of a politician?
Well, it's an interesting idea. It's very different from what I envisioned for it. Senator, I'm very interested in politics.
Oh, well, you certainly do have the equipment for it, Miss Hill.
You're so kind. Sorry, Senator, but she doesn't type. He's probably a very happily married man. Well, what do I care? Marriages come and go, you know, but power like his lasts forever, darling.
You are impossible.
So are you. And don't interrupt me again.
I'll make a point of it.
Where did you prep, Luke?
Prep?
Prep school. It's very important where one went to school, getting ahead.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose you could say I prepped on the waterfront.
Oh, and where did you go to college?
I didn't. You're talking to a poor boy, Senator.
Well, that doesn't matter. In fact, it sometimes tips the scales with the voters.
Oh, yes, I think I could understand that. Probably the voters could relate to a poor slob like themselves.
Huh. Well, tell me about your family.
My family is here.
Oh. Ah, good to see you, Bobby.
Oh, and it's wonderful to see you. I don't believe you've met my Aunt Ruby, Senator Drake.
Ruby.
It's a great honor, sir.
Have we ever met before?
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, I never forget a face.
I'm very flattered,
I don't
but
believe you've ever met.
Maybe in a campaign trip or fundraising or...
excuse me, I'm so quiet.
Ah, no, I remember you were stooping at the hospital.
Yes.
Well, you very nearly did a job on my shoes.
No doubt the best shine you ever had. I would like you to meet my family, Senator. My Aunt Ruby and my sister Bobby, the Senator.
You're very lucky.
I know.
Why don't we head down to the Versailles room? It's probably about time now, I think.
Yes, we shouldn't be late. Clever.
Shall we?
Yes.
Champagne, isn't it?
Actually, I prefer our own New York State champagne.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think someone should propose a toast.
That's an excellent idea. Ladies and gentlemen, I raise my glass to a young man who needs no introduction, who, like Lincoln, started from a simple beginning and went on to a glorious future.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
But I haven't finished.
I think we all get the idea. I'm very honored, sir. Truly. But if you don't mind, I prefer to raise my glass to beauty, to dignity, to true class. To Ruby and to Bobby. I love you.
Hey, here.
Yeah, bravo.
Really good.
Cheers.
Skull.
Great.
Oh, excuse me, we're not joint anymore. Yes.
Senator Drake seems to be in fine voice tonight.
It seems that young Mr. Spencer is traveling in lofty circles these days.
Yes, and to think he owes it all to me.
What do you mean, dear?
Oh, nothing, darling. I was just making a joke. Well, we'll just stop by and say hello as we're leaving. Go ahead, eat your flambe, darling, before it goes out.
Senator, have you ever been to Monte Carlo?
Oh, yes, very often.
You know, then I bet we've probably been to a lot of parties together and didn't even know it.
We probably have. What line of work are you in, sir?
Oh, do you ever go to the movies, darling?
Yes, sometimes.
Oh, well, this really probably...
I hope the senator has a padlock in his wallet.
I wish he had one on his mouth.
I kind of think he sat through advise and consent once too often.
No doubt.
Listen, how'd it go for the yacht brokers?
Don't ask.
You mean to tell me our problems are finally over?
Fool, our problems are just beginning, and you know it.
Oh, no. That takes the girl anywhere.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Did any good news? No, I just feel
Happens to everybody.
embarrassed. You know what happened to me?
I know, doesn't it? Don't worry.
We haven't finished our conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought we had.
Well, if you're really still interested in politics, I think that we should perhaps one day have a little talk about your image.
My image?
Oh, yes, it's very important. Very important in politics, particularly.
I believe you.
It
You
is.
certainly have the finest image money can buy, sir. Why did you kick me, dear?
Well, hello, everyone.
Edward, what are you doing here?
Well, it's just taking my lovely wife out for dinner. You know Lila, don't you, Senator?
Yes, of course. I never forget a lovely lady.
Oh, you're very kind, Senator.
Nice to see you. Won't you bring up chairs and join us?
No, thank you. We'll have to get the little woman home for her beauty sleep.
Ah, well, next time you're in the city, give me a call. We'll have some lunch.
Ah, yes, definitely. Well, it was nice to have seen you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Come along, darling.
Bye.
I understand you used to work for the Quartermains.
Yes, sir, I did. How did you know that?
Oh, I'm privy to all kinds of information. It's part of the privileges of politics. It must have been quite a learning experience working for the Quartermains.
It certainly was.
They're a very fine family.
Yes, I could see how you would think that. About my getting into politics.
Well, perhaps I was a little premature. Why don't you,
Come into the city and we'll have lunch.
how did you...
Just a lucky guess.
No, please. Or you're in no position.
Oh, I see. A little more of the old privileged information, Senator?
I was only going to say, why should you pay for it when it can be paid by New York State?
All the more reason for me to pay for it, thank you.
You going somewhere?
Yes,
Well, shall I have your mail forwarded?
do that.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I really didn't think you had the guts.
To tell you the truth, neither did I. But why would I want to stay here when there's a choice?
Here's the door.
Don't be too pleased yet, Monica. You haven't seen the last of me.
Oh, I know that. Because we have our day in court.
Forgive me for not kissing you goodbye.
Okay, why don't you just go on to bed now, okay, Mom? Luke and I are, gonna be fine.
Nicely done. Hold on. notes here. So you're divorced. What's the matter?
Luke, why did you have to be so rude to the senator?
You didn't notice?
Well, a little bit, but he was trying to be cordial.
Cordial, give me a break. He's a slob, he's a snob. He took every opportunity he could get to put my family down. You know that.
I think you are oversensitive about that.
Maybe. But nobody slights my family. Nobody.
Well, I could name one member of your family who didn't present themselves very well tonight.
What the hell is that supposed to mean, Laura?
You were there, you know.
So Bobby had a few drinks. So what? Look, Noah didn't care.
His uncle did.
So, Bobby is not running for public office.
Still, Luke, it's just that, see, the senator might be able to help you.
Look, I don't need him. Baby, I don't need him. I don't need anybody like him.
I know that, and I have a lot of faith in you.
But
we were counting on that money to sell, from selling the boat, and now...
Well, look, I know that, but give me a break. We got $50,000. That's a lot more than we ever had before.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Why don't we continue this conversation after we're married?
Couldn't we talk a little bit of the conversation before we're married? Just a little bit?
No.
Oh, thank you. All right. Okay. When does this damn decree get here?
A few days.
A few days, fine. Okay. I'll wait.
Just as soon as it gets here, we'll be married.
You got it right.
Thank you for a lovely evening, Mr. Spencer.
My pleasure, Miss Baldwin. Weber.
Weber.
Thank you. Oh, boy. When is this thing gonna get here? When is it gonna get here? Pleasant dreams.
Good night.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Dr. Hardy.
Oh, not at all. Is Dr. Cunningham still in the hospital?
No, sir. He left about an hour ago.
Morning.
He wanted you to approve this report.
Thank you. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Steve. Oh, thank you, Georgia.
Good morning, all.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thank
She said she'd call back.
How nice.
Oh, good news?
The best, a dear friend.
Well, it's always nice to hear from dear friends, isn't it?
Hold on just a minute. I'll try to get that number for you. 550, 10, is that a 3 or a 5?
Georgia, if you're trying to call Alan, that is a 3. It's 555-1036. It's listed under Susan Moore. Have a good day, everybody.
I have to get to work. If you see Alan, would you tell him I have to talk to him? It's important. I'm late. So.
Oh, now this one looks pretty good. See, we could afford that, really.
Yeah, but it's in a lousy part of town. Absolutely lousy.
Okay. There's another one. 5 rooms. Work for. Oh, I know what that means. Working fireplace.
Why are all these ads in code?
No, that's right up your alley. Or have you forgotten, darling?
Well, there's no sense in going to see that one.
Well, what about this one right here?
No, Luke, look at the address. That's a very, very expensive part of town.
There's got to be something here in the middle.
I don't know.
Well, you could always join us in South Africa. I'm sure that you could live in one of Robert's palatial estates next to his diamond mines.
I'll get it. Who knows? It could be someone who wants some out-of-work heroes.
Well,
Hello? Yes, one moment. I'll see if there's anybody here by that name. It's for you, buddy boy.
Oh, my public, it's too early. Find out who it is.
May I inquire as to who it is, please? Yes, one moment. Mrs. Lila Quartermain. That's what the lady said.
Hello?
Oh, Mr. Spencer, I'm so glad I caught you. How are you?
Oh, I'm just fine, Mrs. Quartermain. How are you?
Oh, very well, thanks. Listen, Mr. Spencer, I'd like to talk to you. Is it possible to get together with you sometime today?
Sure. I'll drop by your house in about an hour. How's that?
No, not the house. At the ELQ offices. About an hour, you said? Oh, good. That's fine. I'll be expecting you. Goodbye, Mr. Spencer.
Goodbye. What does that sexy old lady want with me? Oh, it can't be that.
What?
No, if there's any justice in the world, it won't be that.
What? Luke, what is it? Tell me. Talk to me.
Do you think it could be that that ELQ wants their $50,000 back?
Oh, don't say that.
Well, I mean, why else would Mrs. Quartermain call and put the schmooze on me?
Well, she can't have it back. She's going to wreck my budget. Look at this. I spent all last night budgeting everything out, working everything out so that money will last us for a year. It's got to last us.
Okay, well, calm down.
Well, you could always hit Big Bobby up here for a loan. What's a diamond or two among friends, huh?
Work it, Tiffany. One of these days, when I have nothing else better to do, I shall relate to you my life story. Blank verse, of course. In the meantime, I have to get ready.
Does anybody here know what he's talking about?
Not me.
No, but as you're also interested, I'll tell you. I'm expecting my publisher.
Your what?
Yeah, you got it. This guy's extremely interested in doing a hardcover version of our exploits on the island.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Perhaps, but it's worth a shot.
Oh, I'll say it's well worth it. I mean, first we've got the hardcover, and then we've got the paperback, and then there's the movie. Oh, this is so exciting.
Someone got a
Robert.
tranquilizer for her?
Look, Robert, you might even get a Pulitzer Prize if you can spell.
Oh, well, of course I can spell. My command of the English language is excellent. Yours should be as good.
I mean, you don't even have to worry about that. Look, all you have to do is just write it. Somebody else will do the spelling for it. Now, let's
Help.
Yes.
I think he's certifiably insane. I can't stick around here. I got to go find out what she wants. I'll see you, baby.
She can't have the money back.
Look, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Luke. I worked it all out.
If it comes down to it, I just want you to remember that we got along without the money before we got it, so we can get along without it after we don't have it anymore.
Let's be serious.
I am serious. And I want you to lighten up and stop worrying. I'll just tell Uncle Eddie we donated it already to a home for unwed cats or something. Now, Lila will love it, and I love you, and I'll see you.
Okay. Bye. Are you coming too?
No, I'm going, but that's strictly non-publication.
Bye.
Well, are you ready?
For what?
Apartment hunting. Wait till you see the list I have.
Oh, I never want to see another list as long as I live.
Laura, we are going to have a great day. I have everything organized, starting with 3 apartments that I found listed on the hospital bulletin board. So, shall we go?
Yeah, right.
Wait. I have one very important question to ask you before we go.
Uh-huh.
You see, it's very important to have some kind of an idea of what you want before you set off on something like this. So, if you could live anywhere you wanted, what kind of a place would it be? Now, think about it.
I don't have to think about it, Amy. If I could live any place, it would have to be the Whitaker's farm and Beecher's Corners. Nice and warm and cozy.
Nobody's home, I guess.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Would you mind a little early morning company?
Oh, you know better than that, Esther. The coffee's on. Come on in and sit down. You know, I was just trying to get Laura on the phone at her mother's house. There's no answer.
Oh. Well, it sure was something reading about those 2 in the papers, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, I'll say. It made me feel so proud. You know, they saved us from disaster, they did.
How can we thank them? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't know what the town's going to do, but I know what I'm going to. I'm going into Port Charles.
You mean it?
Well, I can make a one-day trip of it. Whit won't mind.
Well, you don't mind going by yourself?
It'd be nice to have the company, but Whit's too busy to go.
I could go.
Esther, would you?
Oh, I just love it. Oh, that is if you don't mind.
Oh, mind? I would love to have you come. We could make a real trip of it.
Right.
I know Luke and Laura would love to see you, and we can find out all about their wedding plans. I can't wait to see them.
Hello, my name is Luke.
Luke Spencer. I know, you're famous.
No.
Oh, yeah, I read about you in all the papers. It's quite amazing what you did. You deserve to be famous.
Yeah, well, thanks. Kind of strange being back here. The feelings are strange.
I bet I know what you're thinking. Your fiancée used to sit right here, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. I have a lot of feelings about this place.
Well, Mrs. Quartermain is waiting for you. You can go right in.
Thank you, I will.
You look puzzled, Mr. Spencer.
Frankly, I am, Mrs. Quartermain.
Oh, sit down, please.
Thank you.
It's really quite simple. We're under new management here. Dear Alexandria left the stocks in her stocks in the company to me.
I'm surprised.
Oh, well, that's exactly how I felt the first time I sat behind this desk.
However, I think I know exactly why you asked to see me.
You do?
Now, yeah, I think so. Mrs. Quartermain, about the money,
Money? Oh, Mr. Spencer, we can't talk about money now. First, you must tell me whether you will take the job.
The job?
I'm offering you a position with my firm, Mr. Spencer. Oh, now, I know you'll have to take time to think about it, and naturally, well, you'll have to consider whether or not you'd want to work for me.
Well, Mrs. Quartermain, I don't know what to say.
Oh, well, I don't expect an answer right away. That would be unfair to both of us. I just want you to think it over.
Well, what would you like me to do for the firm?
Oh, well, we can go into the details later. Right at the moment, all I want you to know is that I would like to have you on my staff. Alexandria hired you, and she trusted you, and that's good enough for me. You've proven yourself to be a man of courage and, if you'll forgive the expression, intestinal fortitude. I like that in a man.
Thank you.
I can guarantee you a fine future, Mr. Spencer. I hope you'll consider it.
Mrs. Quartermain, if you will forgive an archaic expression, you blow my mind.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I think that any man would be honored to have the position that you have offered me just to work with you. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn you down. You see, offices and I, well, we don't get along, you know. Alex gave me a fine office right here in this building, and on this suite, on this floor, and the walls closed in on me, Mrs. Quartermain. I don't know, I think I'm looking for something a little different. I'm looking for something that gives me some freedom. Something of my own, something I can build. I hope you don't think I'm crazy, and I'm certainly not disrespectful. But you know, you only go around once.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Do you?
I do. And it's just what I'd expect from a young man like you.
You don't think I'm making a mistake turning you down?
Oh, not at all.
And you're not angry with me?
Oh, of course not. But if you won't accept my position, I certainly do hope you'll accept my wedding gift. I should be very, very upset if you refused that.
I won't refuse. You know what? You have given me such a gift today. You gave me my self-confidence. You are a very beautiful woman. Thank you. Hey, listen. You don't let anybody mess you up. You can give ELQ International the dignity and the good taste that it needs. And you go for it, lady.
I don't want to hear any more griping, Amy. It is my wedding.
But it's not fair. Besides, everybody at the hospital wants you to have a big wedding.
Look, Amy, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Now, we have a few more apartments to see, and I'm warning you, we're going to spend the rest of the afternoon doing this my way.
Hey, how was I supposed to know those places were such dumps? They sounded great. Laura, you really should have a beautiful wedding. Heck, you don't know what's in store for you after that. I mean, at least this way you have one good memory in case it's all downhill from there.
Amy!
Well, it could be. I mean, Laura, what are you going to do after you get married? I don't know. Well, I really think you should think about it. I think that you should go back to college so you could get a good job. And you don't want to be a typist at ELQ again, do you?
ELQ? Oh, I wonder how Luke made out down there.
I mean, look at me, Laura. I'm studying to be a nurse, and I know that I'll have something to fall back on, whether I marry a millionaire or not. But seriously, Laura, what are you going to do with your life?
I'm going to make a phone call. Excuse me. Kelly's Diner.
Hi, Rose. It's Laura. Is Luke there?
Hi, Laura. No, you just missed him, but Slick is here. Let me let you talk to him, okay?
Okay.
Are you gorgeous? How you doing? Hey, we were just talking about you, sweetheart. Rosie and me.
Well, listen, not now, Slick. I just want to know what happened to Luke.
Oh, he's okay. You said the 50 G's is safe, you know? And to meet him at the Versailles about 7 o'clock. Now, wait a second. We want to talk to you about, what is this baloney about running away and getting married?
Slick, not you too. Look, I'm not telling you nothing. Nothing. Forget it. Goodbye. Yes, hello. This is Laura Baldwin. Yes. Mr. Kelly is waiting for an envelope from me from a lawyer in Mexico. Can you tell me if it's arrived? I see. Thank you.